Welcome to a beginner's guide to Battlezone II Combat Commander. I'm just going to walk through the various elements of the game. Today we're going to do instant action. It's going to be hard mode difficulty. Computer force I'll leave at medium, player force I'll move to large. Alien Dunes is probably the best map to do kind of demos of gameplay, as it's very bright. It's kind of midday. The lighting is really good. The sky is good. The terrain is very good in terms of building. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to be ISDF, and the CPU race is going to be Scion. I like the Retaliation mod. The AI is probably the best AI in the game as far as I'm concerned. That's just my opinion. I'm going to use the Insane.aip. It's interesting because once you get used to this mod, you don't want to go back to anything else, because the game is just, it's not as good. It's not as snappy. The AI isn't very good. Your troops need a lot more management because they just are kind of dumb. They don't really respond. They have limited awareness. They're not very sensitive to being attacked. And they don't retaliate. I guess hence the Retaliation mod, right? So in this mod, when your troops get attacked, they actually will respond in kind. So I do really like this mod. Whoever created it certainly did a good job. So I'm just going to launch. Okay, so I'm going to do just a few things to kind of get set up here. So first off, I need to get set up. I need to get organized. So the first thing I want to do when you're looking at your map is you want to combine troops. So how you combine is you simultaneously select, for example, F5 and F6. So I'm going to push them both at the same time, the buttons on the keyboard. And you see that they both highlight. And then to move them into, like say F10 for example, you hold down the control key and then select F10, and you notice that they combine 5 and 6 to F10. And then if I want to move F4 to F9 for example, I go F4, control F9, and that moves. You can actually combine F9 and F10 together if you want. You can go F9, control F10, but you get kind of this weird icon. So in order to split them out, you would have to hit F10, you got to hit the tilde, and then you have to select all of the units. So in this case it's 7, 8, and 9. You got to do them all simultaneously, push the buttons. And then what you want to do is hold down control and then to F9 to split them back out. If you want to toggle the radar, all you do is you hit the R button to toggle radar from map to radar. I'm going to call the recycler over, and I'm going to just place them right beside the extractor. So the whole objective of the game is to gather resources, to build machines, weaponry, armor, and gun emplacements, things like that, in order to defeat your enemy. So it's a bit of a chess game. It's a real-time strategy. You have to limit your enemy's resources at the same time. You have to strategically attack them. And it's a bit of an open world. It's not really, I wouldn't say classify an MMO. It's more of just a strategy type game. So I'm going to put my turrets here behind cover. I'm going to call one over.
You're the boss.
And I'm going to put the second turret just by selecting.
You're the
and
boss.
then I'm going to select the third one, so F3, and then to select unit you hit tilde, and then press 3 for the third one. I'm going to put him over here.
You're the boss.
And so I know they did a lot of actions there, but basically it's fairly simple to
Deploy.
move troops. You either point at them, you can see this little line that comes up that just highlights them. You hit the space bar to select, and if you want the turret to move, anywhere that the cursor is placed kind of in this terrain on this ground, it'll move to. All you gotta do is hit the space bar, and it'll move. So for example, I'm gonna move F9 here, and it's gonna hit spacebar now, and
Engaging
you'll see
thrusters.
F9 move into my field of view. And for example, I'm gonna take 10, and I want him to go and attack that distributor that's over there. So I hit 3 for attack. So to tab out, to dismiss the menu, just hit tab. So if I want to go and attack, I want to select the first guy, the distributor, and it'll go and attack that distributor. That's the enemy's distributor. If I want the tanks to go rogue, uh-oh, I'm already under attack here. If I want the tanks to go rogue, what I'll do is I put them in hunting mode, and they'll just scour the map. So I don't necessarily want to do that because they tend to get themselves killed. It's just not a good situation. And so what I'll do is I'll build a constructor first, and then I'll build what they call an incorporator, which is a scavenger, and that'll go and get the scrap metal.
Locking in course. Locking in course. Building.
And you'll see the resource meter on the far left there. Call 9
Engaging
back.
thrusters. Building complete.
So there's your resource meter. If I want F2 to go and scavenge, press 3 now. You can actually just point at it, hit spacebar, and then select 3 on your keyboard. I'm going to build a power supply just by selecting the constructor.
Construction initiated.
I'm going to tell F9 to go and attack the distributor that's over there on the left part of the map.
I'm on it.
Let's see if these tanks will attack this guy. Oh, the first guy did. The other ones are just kind of sleeping.
Construction complete. No mercy. Scratch 1.
Okay, so in the old game you could just put down a relay bunker, and then you can build a gun tower. But it looks like I'm going to be attacked pretty solidly here, so put that in hunt mode.
Construction complete.
Sighted destroyed.
Stand by.
I'll just try a gun tower, but it looks like I'm going to be overrun.
Sighted destroyed. Sighted destroyed.
Construction complete.
This gun tower will take care of things for me.
Tuning up.
Not sure what it's shooting there. I'm going to say 10 to
Holding position.
hold up here. Build another gun tower.
Construction initiated.
I need rocket towers because if they send that bomber in, a bomber will just obliterate this entire area. It's like a nuclear bomb going off. So the next thing I'm going to build is a armory. Oh, I got to build power. I'm out of power. So you can see your power meter at the top left. And the next one over, you can see 1 for recycler, and then you can see the F1 to F10 keys.
Construction complete. Stand by. Construction initiated.
Tuning up.
So in this game, I wouldn't recommend building gun towers right off the bat. But what I'll do is I'll get this rocket tower up here.
Stand by.
Just so I have a little bit more
Construction
protection.
initiated.
I want to attack the
No
extractor.
mercy. Target down. Construction complete. Stand by.
Build more power. So you can kind of get the idea of the game. How you maneuver around is WASD on your keyboard. So forward, backward would be W and S. W for forward, S for backward, and then side to side allows you to strafe left and right, A and D. Those are pretty much the only keys that I use to maneuver around. I don't concern myself. There's a lot of other options. So I guess you just have to find what works best for you. But that's pretty much all I use to maneuver around. Oh, it's a good thing we got that rocket tower up. Yeah.
Construction complete.
So what we'll do is we'll go over the various
Stand by. Construction.
keyboard commands. We'll start with the vehicle. I'll start with the player, right? So I'll just fortify a bit of a base here, and then we'll just kind of walk through things. So bear with me here. I'm gonna put a nav beacon down.
Construction complete.
So I'll just hold down N for nav, and then point, and then press the space bar. Point where you want the nav beacon to be placed.
Stand by. Construction.
So there's a lot of space bar to place. So pretty good. Once you get going, the game becomes second nature.
Construction complete.
Mind you, I have been playing this for a while. I started playing this in the mid to late 90s when it first came out as a demo. I can't remember the machine I had back then. I think it was a K7 Athlon AMD. I had two systems, K7 AMD, and yeah, I think they were both K7s. And I had a Diamond VPI 50 as the 16 megabyte card. And I had a Matrox, I think it was a 32 megabyte Matrox card. In each system. The Matrox card I used for video editing, if you can believe it. I remember spending about $300 on a 6.4 gigabyte hard drive from Western Digital. I think I'm probably aging myself or dating myself here, but.
Stand by. Stand by. Construction.
So yeah, I can't remember what it was like when I first started playing. I really loved the game. Of course, the graphics aren't quite as nice as they are now.
Construction complete.
The system I'm playing on now is, I mean, it's overkill for this. It's a Ryzen 1900X with the X399 main board with 32 gigs of RAM in it right now. I had 64 before, but I split that out. 32 is good enough. I can use it for a bunch of VMs. I don't use it just for gaming. I could put a whole pile of servers and client machines, VM machines using Hyper-V to do a bunch of simulations and setups and stuff just for work. But right now I have two GTX 1070s and SLI. I did a quad build. I bought this CPU, the 1900X, with the X399 mainboard because of the 65 PCIe lanes, which would allow me to prove out a quad build. So I did two quad builds. I did a quad build of 1070s and also did a quad build of 1080s. And I did some metrics, like in terms of testing between the quads and the
Construction initiated.
dual SLI. So I did quad and then I did the dual. And honestly, the performance with the quad versus the two cards in SLI mode is just very negligible. It's not feasible.
Stand by.
Not recommended. I wouldn't bother. And yeah, I did all that testing. I don't think I took video of it though. I was planning on making a video to do the comparison of the quad build. I probably still could do that, I guess. I'm a little late to the party in terms of the NVIDIA GTX 1080 and 1070 party. Now it's all 2080 and 2070 with all this what do they call light spectrum. This lighting technology that they're using in these cards, ray tracing. But yeah, okay, so I think we're probably in a pretty good safe spot here to kind of walk through the various modes of the game. So F1, I'm just going to upgrade the extractor. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out of my ship. I'm just going to do a quick walk around here. So this is called a scout. It's a very, very fast, light kind of tank craft. They just call it a scout ship. Yeah, so it's my preferred ship. It doesn't take a lot of punishment though. As one thing. I mean, if you get hit directly, it's probably gonna blow to pieces on you.
Construction complete.
That gun tower, rocket tower, just saved me. I'm just gonna create a whole pile of tanks just in case I get attacked here. Well, that's the scout. So I'm holding like a little plasma gun rifle. It also is equipped with a sniper rifle built in. So you'll see a it's raining bomber. So on the enemy side of things, you'll see like a red dot in the cockpit of the vehicle, and if you shoot it, you can actually knock out the pilot, and then you can go and take the ship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, so to maneuver around, it's WASD again, and to maneuver fast, so you can hop by pressing E. Right, and if you wanted to.
Yes, sir.
So that's kind of the maneuvering around that you can do. And say you need to get out of a hairy situation where you got one of these coming at you, what you can do is you can press C to activate your jetpack.
Yes, sir.
And then what you do is you use the WASD to kind of glide through the air. If you want to stay aloft for longer, you press E, and that'll keep you, that'll glide you down much longer.
Resource destroyed.
And I don't know where my ship went, so I gotta build myself another one. I'm gonna build myself another scout. So I'm coming in for a landing here, and I'm gonna build. Pretty tough to do a demo when you're playing hard mode in the game here. But. Okay, so basically you used to be able to walk up to these rocket towers, but I guess you can't get into them anymore. So we're gonna go on to the gun tower. There's not really much that you can do with these. I mean, you can walk into them, you can log into them, you can shoot. To get out, you just hit the H to hop out. There's a lot more that you can do in the command and control. This kind of gives you an overview of the whole area here. So I'll move, for example, I can just take, I can select F4 and move all these guys over here.
Yes, sir.
And so you can hit spacebar or you can left click with the mouse to select. So you have a few options. Yeah, you can point, you can use the keyboards, you can do all sorts. I'll send F4 out to just attack.
Fighter destroyed.
Let's see what else I have here. Well, let's do another set of tanks.
Building.
Keep pumping those out.
Fighter
Yeah, so that's pretty much the overview. I mean, you can select factory,
Fighter destroyed.
recycler, so I'm just going to log out of this, but
Fighter destroyed.
you can play the entire game in this mode if you want to.
Fighter
There's
destroyed.
nothing stopping you from doing that. So that is the relay bunker. The power reactors, there's not really, you can't go in there.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed.
Yes, sir.
My tanks are
Fighter
getting
destroyed. Fighter
annihilated.
destroyed.
And so in here, this allows you to do a number of things. I mean, you can't do anything with the incorporator or the scavenger. There's no customizations, but with
Yes,
this,
sir.
you definitely can do some customizations in here. Proximity mine. I'm gonna put hypergun on the turret. Empty
Yes,
scout.
sir.
I'm gonna do a chain gun on the empty scout. So yeah, there's some things, and once you get the tech center, there'll be a number of more options that you can use at your disposal to customize your troops. I'm gonna kind of be careful here because I don't want to get killed. So we're gonna go into. So right now, because I don't have the tech center up, there's really not. I'm limited to the amount of what I can select. So what I'll do is I'll get that tech center up,
Yes, sir.
and I'll do another demonstration. I'll customize these. Image missile. Alright, missile's pretty good. Hypergun's good, so I'm just going to accept that. Now, where else can I show you here? Oh, I can. I think I can go in here. I've never been in here. Don't know what reason you would have to go in here. Oh, I guess it's just an empty spot. There's no console that you can log into. Okay, for example, say I wanted to upgrade this guy to a stronger gun. So you notice up at the top left, you have 1, 2, 3, right? So you have R for recycler, F for factory, and A for armory. So you can select 3, and say you want to change your gun, give it something stronger. So I don't have heavy machine gun, but say I want to put a chain gun on this guy. Select chain gun, just point and then hit spacebar. And then you'll see, if I turn back to radar view, you see the little yellow spot on the radar there where it's coming in. So that got launched from the armory, and it comes straight down from the sky, and then it lands right on your troop, thereby upgrading the weapon. And now this guy's got a chain gun.
Fighter destroyed.
That's pretty much how easy or simple it is to actually upgrade in the field. I'm gonna take this tank, so I'm gonna have him come to me. You're gonna see the guy jump out. Scavenger. So I gotta create another scavenger.
Yes, sir. Building complete.
What I'm gonna do is I haven't created any of the artillery batteries yet, so start working on that.
Tuning up.
Scavenging right.
Stand by. Cannot comply.
So I'm doing pretty good for that.
Yes, sir.
Get a couple more scavengers or incorporators.
Building.
Oh, if you want to do multiple units, that's another thing. So what you do is you would open up, say for example, you're going to go.
Building complete.
This is a close call here. Okay. So for example, if I wanted to create a multiple units, so what I would do is I'm just going to wait for the factory to complete. So I'm going to hit 2.
Yes, sir.
And what you do is you want to, if you're going to say I want to do tanks, you can have up to 10 tanks. You hold down the shift key keep the shift key held down, and then you just press 3 until you can't press anymore. And there you are. And that'll just keep creating tanks.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell these guys to just go and attack at will. I'm going to create my training center here.
Construction initiated.
Go.
Yes, sir.
So the training center allows me to create what they call artillery batteries, which are very, very important.
Yes, sir. Cannot comply.
That allows you a fair amount of standoff distance between you and your enemy.
Stand by. Construction initiated. Yes, sir.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed.
Yes, sir.
So my next steps are to fortify the perimeter of my area here.
Yes, sir.
Let the tanks kind of go and do their thing.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed.
Construction complete. Yes, sir.
I'm going to build a rocket emplacement, rocket tower.
Fighter destroyed.
Stand by. Construction initiated.
I'm going to build a scavenger.
Yes, sir.
Fighter destroyed.
Construction complete. Building
And I'm just going to select F6 on the keyboard and then point at the biometal pool and then select the spacebar.
covered. Yes, sir. Building complete. Yes, sir. Stand by.
Fighter destroyed.
Construction initiated.
Fighter destroyed. Resource destroyed. Resource destroyed.
I'm going to create, see if I can do advanced, I'll do heavies.
Building.
And I'm going to create some scavengers.
Building. I'm on my way. Building complete. Righto.
Fighter destroyed.
I'm going to combine 5 and 4 together.
I'm on my way.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed.
Wow, it's a bit of a mess out there.
Fighter destroyed.
I'm on my way.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed. Fighter
I'm on my
destroyed.
way. Stand by. Construction initiated. I'm on my way.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to recall these guys back.
Construction complete. I'm on my way.
Fighter
Stand
destroyed.
by. Construction initiated.
One thing nice about the heavy bikes is that they move quickly. And they do a fair amount of damage.
Construction complete. Stand by. Construction initiated.
Fighter destroyed.
They don't take a lot of punishment though, that's one
Fighter
of
destroyed.
the knocks against them.
Fighter destroyed.
Heading to nav. Construction complete. I'm on my way.
Gonna upgrade this extractor.
I'm on my way.
Fighter destroyed.
Holy crap.
Resource destroyed.
Build one of those, I guess. I'm almost dead here. So, one thing that you can do with the recycler is you can build a bunch of service pods.
Building.
What I'm going to do next here is build a... Oh, I got to do the service bay.
Enemy contact detected.
Stand by.
Service bay got blown up.
Resource destroyed.
Construction initiated. Building complete.
Enemy contact detected.
Holy crap.
Enemy contact detected.
No mercy.
That's a bit of a disaster.
Target down. Construction complete.
Tell this heavy bike to come and pick me
Sure,
up.
no problem.
Move around on this guy.
Stand by. Construction initiated. Building.
Build some more scavengers.
Righto. Building complete. Righto. Construction complete. Stand by. Construction initiated.
Come on, dude. That's the one thing about, I don't know what it is. I gotta do the moonwalk or whatever, you know? It's this time sensitive. Just turn around and start building.
Stand by. Construction initiated.
I got nothing coming at me here. Oh, I got something that's massing here.
Construction complete. Stand by. Construction initiated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Construction complete. Stand by. Construction initiated.
Okay, so I need to build a tech center.
Stand by. Construction complete. Construction initiated.
So I would say this heavy bike is probably as fast as the Scout. It's kind of moving things around.
Locking in course.
Hopefully I can upgrade the silo sometime today. That'd be good. Holy crap, I got a lot of inbound. I got a lot.
Enemy contact detected.
Construction complete. Stand by.
What I want to do is I'm going to build a bunch of longbows. So hold shift key down and then just keep pressing
Building.
the number of the item that you want to
Construction
duplicate.
complete. Stand by. Construction initiated.
Roger, command.
I'm
Construction.
going to upgrade this artillery battery. Oh, too late on that. There we go.
Stand by. Tuning up.
So this upgrading will give me two barrels instead of just a single.
Construction complete.
Upgrading the silo will give me the gun emplacement top. Upgrading the rocket tower will give me better radar
Stand by.
detection. and further engagement
Resource
with
discard.
the enemy.
Resource discard.
Whoa, this is not good. So hopefully this guy doesn't decide to start doing some moonwalking. Oh, for God's sakes, let's go. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Roger, Command.
Construction complete.
So let's upgrade this guy.
Stand by.
Oh, I got a situation. So, oh, they're already attacking.
Going in.
That's good.
Command.
So what I'm going to do with the first constructor here is go through and just kind of fortify and upgrade everything that I can find. Anything that I can find that's worth upgrading. And same with 4. I want to upgrade power. That was a big one. So when you put a power reactor down, you get a +3. And then when you upgrade it, you get +6. So that gives you a total of 9.
Construction complete.
So you'll see my +1 in the top left there. And it'll switch to +7 here once he upgrades this reactor.
Construction complete.
Alright, and I'm going to upgrade the silo next.
Stand by. Construction complete.
Going to build some more scavengers.
Enemy contact detected.
Going to upgrade this rocket tower. Uh-oh. Being bombarded by artillery here.
Building complete.
Where's that coming from? Which way they can find it and take it out. That's one thing nice about the Retaliation mod is that if they get attacked, they respawn.
Stand by.
Rocket tower. I'm gonna go back to upgrading this.
Stand by. Construction complete.
Roger, Command. Roger.
So yeah, in terms of other gameplay or things, I mean, you can zoom in on objects if you wanted to zoom by pressing the minus and plus keys, just by the backspace there. Really zoom in on things. I don't really tend to use too many other things. And there's so many different keyboard combinations and things that you can activate. But
Stand by.
I tend to stick with what I know and what works for me. So,
Roger, Command.
Construction complete.
so yeah, what we'll do is I'll walk through again and just do a demonstration of what other things you can access once you have
Stand
the
by.
tech center built.
Roger, Command.
Construction complete. Stand by.
Okay, so pretty much upgraded everything that I want to upgrade on that side. And I want to upgrade some power. So I'm going to press 4.
Construction
I'm just going to
complete.
point at the power station, and then
Stand by.
and the constructor will walk over. There we go.
Construction complete.
Scientific
I need to fortify over here first.
Construction initiated.
Sighted destroyed. Sighted destroyed.
So I'll do 6, 7, 8.
Roger, command.
So I'm going to build a bunch of these behemoth tanks.
Tuning up. Moving.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do another walkthrough here. I think I've fortified enough, I believe. Upgrade this guy.
Stand by. Moving.
Okay, so let's walk through. Let's start with the tech center.
Construction
See if
complete.
there's anything in the tech center that's worthy here. Is there an opening? Oh, interesting. There's not even a door that you can walk into. Unless that's it there. Like an opening too.
Moving.
Nope. So, see if the training center has an opening here.
Construction complete.
Nope, nothing there. So let's go check out the recycler, see if we have anything here that's noteworthy. Yeah, this looks like we still have the same, but now we can choose the heavy machine gun rather than the nader gun. I'm not sure what that is. What's a nader gun? So many things I just have never seen or even tried. I'll create. What I'll do is I'll create a few turrets. 2 of those. That's not the nader gun. Nader gun. All right, let's go to the factory.
Moving.
Anything else is
You're the boss.
okay, now we got a lot more selection. So we got hyper gun. We're gonna put nader gun on this guy.
Building.
Salvo rockets.
You're the boss.
I mean, I know what the Hornet rocket is. It's kind of like it's a lock. So when you point and click, it's a heavy rocket, but it's a homing. It's a homing rocket. Salvo rockets, they don't really. I think the salvo ones are just, they don't have any kind of homing feature. The Comet Cruise has a homing feature. Sandbag is probably a lot like the salvo. Photon torpedo I've never used.
Moving.
What that is, try it. Box line. So many different things. Sight camera is kind of interesting. So proximity mine, we'll use MDM mortar. Splinters, clusters.
Moving.
Never tried those. Plasma, flash beam, heat cannon, mag. I mean, you have so many different things that you could use with the heavy saber. Mag cannon, flash beam, heat cannon. Heat cannon, what the heck is that? Flash beam. SP stabber, plasma. I usually go with plasma. Blast and flash beam were similar. Mag, I'm not sure what mag is, or the heat cannon, I've never seen that before. Ultra stabber.
Moving.
That's the one where it has these glowing pieces that shoots these projectiles, and if you don't even have to be hit by it. As it passes by you, you get fried to death. Slug, beam cannon, plasma tube.
Moving.
Super cannons are the ones that are on the behemoth, which is a good cannon. Fire a lot and they do a lot of damage. Stream charge, flash burst, slug, beam cannon, plasma tube. I usually go with plasma because I know what those are. Super cannon. I'll stick with that. Longbow you can't really do anything with. Super cannons on there. And I do mortar. Assault tank. And I do super cannon and mortar as well. Image missile and Hornet rocket, that's pretty good. And I do plasma. And heavy machine gun. mortar, proximity mine. A lot you can do with that one. I don't like the tag cannon. How about image missile, proximity mine, mortar bike, MDM. I think it stands for multi-displacement. I'm not sure what the other M stands for. Proximity mine. Okay, so I'm just going to accept those changes. And what options do we have here? So we're going to do longbow. Looks like I'm out of space. I got to combine some things here. And 8 and 9 I'll combine. I'll send those guys off. Send those guys off hunting. Where is
Roger, Commander.
I don't think I can. There's nothing really different in the command and control side of things. Once you have the tech center, it doesn't really change anything with the game. Okay, I'm gonna go build
Building
myself a
complete.
scout.
Roger, Commander.
Building.
And then I'm going to call the scout over by hitting F8, selecting F8, and then selecting 5.
On my way.
Wow, so that's the heavy machine gun.
Sighted destroyed.
Alright, so I'm going to go F7 over here.
You're the boss.
And we'll move down over here.
You're the boss.
I'll do the heavy saber.
Building.
And I'll combine F7 and F3 together. And I'll move X6.
Deployed. Yes, sir. Deployed.
Sighted destroyed. Sighted destroyed. Sighted destroyed.
Moving.
Sighted destroyed.
Looks like I'm
Yes,
moving
sir.
something. Oh, I'm gonna be dead. Oh.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna lay a bunch of proximity mines down as I travel away. I should have tried my machine gun.
Yes, sir.
Healed up. Field bay. You can. It's like a miniature one of these.
Yes, sir.
Resource destroyed.
Rocket turret. I'm gonna put build a rocket tower here. Now I gotta build some more incorporators.
Yes, sir. Building complete.
So yeah, serious action.
Construction complete. Stand by. Construction complete. Stand by.
And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Retaliation mod. It's very helpful to have the rocket towers up as early as possible. So the only caveat to that is that you need the armory. Otherwise you can't build a rocket tower. So you just have to be aware, especially if you're in a time-sensitive situation. Nothing worse than when you're kind of in the middle of the fray and you can't get. You're trying to figure out what to do, right?
Yes, sir.
And that pretty much that sums up our how-to or tutorial for today on Beginner's Guide to Battlezone II Combat Commander. And this is the Retaliation mod with the Insane.aip. Thanks for watching.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on here and
Building complete. Yes, sir. Building.
I'm just going to defeat the enemy.
Resource destroyed.
Roger, Command.
Fighter destroyed.
Roger, Command. Roger, Command.
Bring F7 down here.
Roger, Command. Roger, Command. Roger, Command. Roger, Command. Roger, Command.
Moving.
I can't believe these guys can't see this thing.
Roger, Command.
Well, that's one thing about this
Resource destroyed.
Roger, Command.
Fighter destroyed.
Roger, Command. Roger, Command. Roger, Command.
Fighter destroyed.
well, I don't imagine this is going to take too long.
Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed. Fighter destroyed.
Roger, Command.
That is it. Thank you for watching.